lesson to be learned is don't help someone in a wheelchair, or they'll attack you when you expose them for lying to you. Don't trust someone and do some demented things. Well, those are all the things that the Bible warned us about in these last days. The enemy comes as an angel of light to deceive us, and he's been doing it for a long time in many different ways. So I say, Shalom Yahweh. Oh Father, please put up your hedge of protection. Please continue to protect me and allow me to have discernment, for no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Hallelujah. Oh, when's it open? Right, well, I'll try the other number. I'll try the other number. Where did I put it? Where did I put the number? Where did I write it down? They're not open. Oh, well.
Calls to this number are recorded for training and quality monitoring purposes. The Housing Ombudsman must process personal information in accordance with the Data Protection Act of 2018. If you would like further information on how we do that, please see our privacy notice on our website or ask a member of staff.
Thank you for your call. Due to the high demand for our service, we are asking all that can to send us an email so we can keep our lines open for any customers who do not have access to the internet. If you are calling us about a current case, please ensure you have your reference number to hand. Our reception team may need to arrange for a caseworker to call you back, depending on your query. If you are calling about a new case, we can raise this for you on the phone, and this will take between 10 and 20 minutes. Alternatively, you may wish to raise your complaint via our website by clicking Make a Complaint on our homepage. Please note that due to the impact of current lockdown restrictions and staff resourcing issues, it may take us longer than usual to return your call or to send email correspondence.
Morning, you're calling the Housing Ombudsman Service. My name is Raquel. You have your existing case reference number.
Hello. Yes, I don't have a reference number. I'm ringing out of as a matter of urgency. I've been having contact with the local MP office and the council, who have continued to. I don't know where to start. I'm a victim of the corruption, basically, with my local council. I've been self-funding a hotel for 5 months for my safety due to some extremely.
Let's just do it this way. Are you a council tenant?
Yes, I'm council, temporary council tenant.
You are in a temporary accommodation and you've been put by the council. Yeah, is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
You're not a secured tenant with them. You're not a permanent tenant.
No. I don't know what you would call a licensee.
Okay, well, it's different because obviously, of course, right, we need to know if you are actually their permanent tenant, right? You have obviously, of course, what we call this a tenancy agreement that's been signed with the council, or is it just obviously, of course, a temporary placement for you? And we need to know that.
It's a temporary placement and I did sign some sort of. I've got a copy of it, I think, somewhere. It's a license. I think it's a licensee agreement. I think
because if you are in a temporary accommodation or place provided by the council, you have to contact a different ombudsman for that. That's not the housing ombudsman. It's under a local government and social care ombudsman.
It's a bit confusing because it's council, but it's also it's run by Charles Lucas Property Management. So I don't know. I mean, it's like it is council accommodation, but it's also run.
The property is not owned by the council.
That's right. Yeah.
It falls under like a private landlord.
I don't know what you'll call it. I'm a licensee. It's provided.
What we're trying to establish in here, okay. Problem here, as I mentioned, because there are different issues against the council, but not all of them is under the housing ombudsman. That's why there is a different ombudsman that deals with the other aspect of the council, and that is the local government ombudsman. For us in here,
right,
we permanent and secure tenants of housing association and council.
Okay, well, the thing is, I have actually, this is something that's very serious. I have actually contacted the local government ombudsman, and they were supposed to, this was when I was in another dangerous accommodation, because my health and safety, my life has actually been put at risk, which is why I've been self-funding for 5 months with severe disability pay. I'm a vulnerable adult. I've recorded, I've got evidence of hate crime, what is considered a hate crime anyway. I've been attacked, I've been assaulted, I've recorded the neighbours complaining who complained as much as I did. And I've had my bedroom window smashed. I've documented a lot of this on YouTube. I've gone down all the relevant avenues. I've tried the local government ombudsman when I was in another dangerous temporary accommodation. Now, I've got a witness, a lady who was in the street who's a witness to this, and we both went to the local MP caseworker to raise these issues, and he said this is quite normal. Yes, I know it's normal because I've been in several of these places. I've had bed bugs crawling on me. How I've managed to survive as long as I have, I do not know. But my things are still in the property, but I'm too scared to go back there because of what has been happening. I had a whole year of being attacked in the property. As I said, the police wouldn't help. No, I mean, the neighbourhood policing team were meant to come out when I had my window smashed. The vandalism, theft, physical assault. I recorded evidence of there was a notice that said there was 24-hour CCTV when there wasn't. when they installed the CCTV, when I was assaulted and attacked, the police did nothing, and neither did the housing association. The neighbours complained. The place has got a terrible reputation. And so I used my own laptop to record in September a woman harassing me and attacking me. She left blood on the door. And the police confirmed that this woman had left blood on the door, and they did nothing about it. So the local authorities and the local council and the local MP have continued to fail me as a vulnerable woman. And as I said, the lady who was a witness to the woman that I recorded threatening to beat me up, I rang 999. The police did nothing. I was even arrested unlawfully several times. I've been a victim of the police when a Sergeant Simmons told me I could be here forever.
Sorry, I will really have to stop you there. But because what I'm really saying is that this is outside of the Housing Ombudsman's jurisdiction. Though your complaint is against the council, right, that is not under us because you are not exactly the tenant of the council. As they place you to a private accommodation, they are not your direct landlord. You have to raise that to the local government ombudsman. They have to be the one that will have to deal with the council about it. It's not the housing ombudsman.
Right. Okay. Well, it's very strange because I got this contact. I was sitting in Greg's the cafe, and I heard on the radio about social housing complaints, and that's why I rang. And I looked on the website, and it said it includes council. I am considered a council tenant, so I find this.
As you just mentioned before, ma'am, you are actually put in a property which is not exactly owned by the council. So that is not, obviously, of course, a landlord-tenant relationship. You have to be in a landlord-tenant relationship with the organization that you are complaining to take it to the housing ombudsman, which unfortunately you are not in this case. I understand the complaint is against that, but there is a different ombudsman that deals with the local council with regards to the issue. That's not the housing ombudsman. We can't get involved with that.
Right. Okay. So it's the local government ombudsman that I need to ring instead.
It has to be the local government ombudsman that you have to ring.
Right. Okay. Then I'll try them then. Okay. All right. Sorry. I just thought that I assumed when I went on the website, because I'm it's one of those areas that I'm not entirely sure about myself because I'm a licensee. So it's very confusing because on the website for social housing, I went on socialhousing.co.uk, and it says you can be a council tenant, but I am considered a council a licensee, a council licensee. It is through the council, so I find this sort of very.
You are not a secure tenant of the council. You have a license agreement with them, but you don't have that secure tenancy with the council. That's why the housing ombudsman cannot help you with that. Right.
Okay. All right then. So it's the local government ombudsman that I need to phone then.
Yes, you have to contact the local government.
I think I had a very appalling experience with them. Unfortunately, I didn't record it in 2020 when I'd been complaining about another place where there was all kinds of things going on, antisocial behaviour, alcoholics, all sorts going on. I mean, I couldn't even begin to tell you. And I've been, for the past 5 years, it's been non-stop torture. And I did have a reference with the local government ombudsman, and I was waiting for the council to get back to me. And the local MP, Caroline Ansell, I've got copies of the emails, so I've got evidence of this. She contacted the local authorities. The local government ombudsman were meant to have contacted them. To cut a long story short, because of my deteriorating mental health, I'd gone up to Beachy Head feeling suicidal and stressed, and I was beaten by the police, sectioned, detained, the manageress didn't want me in the hotel. I'd gone. What had happened was I'd gone to a hotel, self-funded a hotel for 2 months with severe disability back pay, which is what I'm doing now because I've been put in another one of these hellholes since then. And I lost that accommodation every time I've complained. And while I was on a Section 136, I called the local government ombudsman. And they said that there was no reference, which was a lie. The call handler started arguing with me and said, "We're going round in circles," and hung up on me. And that's what happened when I was on a Section 136. So this has been endless. This has. It really has, and I'm dealing with all of this on my own. But at least I've had you confirm to me that I do need to ring the local government ombudsman, and I'll let the local MP know this because I'll let David, the caseworker, know because they are continuing to fail me. I'm being fobbed off and lied to. I was meant to have someone from adult social care come out to me, and they, rephrase that. I had someone from adult social care come out to me saying that they would get someone to go back to the property with me because I'm that scared to return, and they never did. So I had to get my lady witness friend to come with me, which I didn't want to put her through the stress because she's got cancer. She's been going to an oncologist. This is a lady who was a passerby in the street who saw my distress. I was in my dressing gown, and this is beyond. This is off the scale. This goes beyond public order offences, breach of licensing agreement.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, you have a bad experience with them, but there's no one else that obviously, of course, can take this complaint. It's not the housing ombudsman at all. Unfortunately, it has to go really to the local government ombudsman.
Right. Okay.
You really to go through the process.
Right. Okay. Then. I'll do that. Then I'll do that. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Her name was Raquel. I got that. The council placed me there. Hi, Angela. Yes, she did. By the way, thank you, Princess Angela, for confirming that horrible woman lied to me. That I tell you what, this is someone who won't show their face, who claims that they're in a wheelchair. Anyway, I won't keep repeating that, but if you have a look at my live streams, look at the links that I've posted and see what she's done. I gave her Tina Chave's website address. She lied to me 5 times, and then she's posted me swearing and getting angry, saying that she's helped me. Do you know what? I'm just done with people. I really am. I only spoke to that woman once when I was in that hellhole. I could hardly hear her. I had the laptop against my face because she claims she's a targeted individual. Go and have a look at her channel, and you'll see I've posted links to the videos on my live streams where I've exposed these people. Anyway, yeah. Thank you, Princess Angela. I nearly went into meltdown. And also James Worley, go and have a look at that curly-haired North American guy. Have you seen it? You have seen it. So I've got a witness, Princess Angela. Honestly, Dan did warn me, but I'm starting to lose my head. It was so embarrassing that I had to apologise to reception. I thought I'd lost this. No, I thought someone had come in and stolen this. That's what it was starting to do to me. Because the police have barged in on me. PC Scott Franklin Lester Senior and PC Elms. Oh, doing a welfare check. Oh, but they didn't do anything about this nutter threatening to beat me up. So because of these nutters on YouTube, I thought I couldn't find it. I went into a little state of panic. Anyway, sorry, I'll have a look at your, did the council place you? Yeah, sorry. You are allowed to record calls for, yeah, I didn't tell her I was recording. Thank you, Dan, and thanks to Dan. I tell you what, there was a time when I believed that anything that they said was right. But Dan is saying, no, we've got more rights than we realise. They lie. Even when Dan said, I know about these auditors, I've seen them. They go into the police station and they do. So I knew what Dan was talking about. Hello, people. I've been awake since 4:30, so I haven't had much sleep. Yeah, so the thing is, if I don't know if you heard, it is a form of domestic violence. I've been assaulted, and Charles Lucas Property Management are corrupt, and so are the A&A contractors. I recorded one of them calling me an effing spastic. Dan made a video of someone up in Glasgow being arrested for calling the police a spastic as a hate crime. You couldn't make it up. So I've got a hate crime towards me recorded. They use the PC rubbish. I'll use it. I'll bat them back with their own. I'm feeling quite weak, but I have got to get onto this. So, no, it's okay. And thank you, Princess Angela. I just don't know who to trust. Brian and Scott. They look out for me, but they don't trust each other. And when Brian said in the comments section, he told Adore Pierre, what's her name? Spirit, faith in end times. He told her, Brian said in the comments section, he said, be careful to her when she was threatening me. Why did Brian say that? Not being funny, but so I said to Dan, I just don't know if I can trust the people that you're sending me to. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I hope you understand me. I hope you don't. Thank you. Did you see the quality of my poor live stream when I was calling out? It wouldn't. I did it again, but they're making my live streams very poor quality so that I couldn't show my mother's death certificate and this thing about me. They edited it so that I only showed the back. Do not trust that woman. I'm telling you, Adore Pierre on Facebook. Adore Pierre. Well, I've already said it. I won't keep saying it. They're all part of the Andy Devine, Matt Taylor, all of them. They're none of them can be trusted. And the thing is, I'm now that ill that I'm saying to texting Dan saying, am I safe to email Tina? I'm at the end of it. I will be driven to suicide because of all of this. Anyway, I don't want to cause anyone any alarm, but I'm going to just... Well, that's strange. That is very strange. I've got the local government ombudsman number in my phone, but it's gone. Just like Matt Taylor's number. I've still got John Wedge's number, which is odd, really weird. But that's really weird. Excuse me a second. You see, my partner's been emotionally abusive, and every time he looks at my phone, what does he think I'm going to do? This is what I mean. I tell you what, though, my faith is being messed with, but it's also being strengthened with, because I tell you what, we know that the master of deception comes as an angel of light in many different forms. I will find out who I can and can't trust. Believe me, I'm still here. Bryony's still alive. Sorry, but I have to just find the phone number because it's been deleted from my contact for some reason. The name is there, but the number isn't there. I've got local government ombudsman, but not. Honestly, a person could end up. I now know why some people just end up getting section for life. I just wanted a bit of support because I'm a human being. Honestly, I don't understand people. I really don't.
Thank you for calling the Local Government and Social Care Ombudsman. We look at individual complaints about councils, all adult social care providers, including care homes and home care agencies, and some other organisations providing local public services. If your complaint is about something other than these, we will not be able to help you. The best and quickest way to make a new complaint to us is to visit our website at www.lgo.org.uk. There you'll be able to check whether your complaint is one we can consider, and you'll be able to submit your complaint at a time to suit you using our online form. Please be aware that even if you speak to an advisor, we will usually ask you to complete the online form. If you already have an existing complaint with us and a named contact, please contact them directly. If you have an urgent or emergency issue, please contact your local authority or care provider, as they are best placed to help.
Do you know what the funny thing is? You know, when she shared me saying the F word,
and we expect them to respond appropriately,
which isn't like me. I was trying to delete my live stream and then it started.
If you wish to speak to an advisor before we connect you, please note our staff are here.
When it started echoing, and I was saying she's in a wheelchair, how could she effing do that? There was a little part of me that hoped she could hear that.
Emma, how can I help?
Hello there. I'm sorry. I didn't quite catch your name. Sorry. What did you say your name was? Sorry.
My name's Emma.
Emma. Right. Sorry. Thank you. No, I just have to have this for reference because I'll explain why. Sorry, it's a long story. Basically, I have rung this number before. In very very distressing circumstances back in October 2020. I was self-funding. I've been self-funding a hotel for a couple of months. Now, I just need to let you know, I've been in several temporary accommodations, council temporary accommodations, where horrific things have happened. And every time I've reported something, it's gone nowhere. And the last time I rang the local government ombudsman, I was abruptly hung up on. I was told, I hear this phrase a lot, we're going round in circles and then being hung up on. It's just, yeah. And I'd already had a reference with the local government ombudsman. I was waiting for the council to get back to me. The local MP has been complicit in my failings. I've got copies of the emails and everything. They just didn't like me complaining, and they knew that I was extremely vulnerable. I used my severe disability back pay to self-fund hotels. I had £2,000 at that point. I mean, I've spent thousands of pounds on these hotels to keep myself off the streets, because I'm a victim of the council corruption. I've reported all kinds of things. I've had bed bugs crawling on me, antisocial behaviour, you name it. I've had it all. And anytime I showed evidence of anything, anything basically, I had fraudulent Section 184s typed up. I was illegally forced to sleep rough. So this goes beyond a breach of licensee agreement, basic rules being broken. This is public order offences. This is my life. This is domestic violence in essence.
Okay.
But this is.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you say that you've got a case with us at the moment?
I can't say that he's my caseworker. There is a caseworker at Caroline Ansell office, and he's aware that I have to say he looked very distressed. He said, well, I've seen this look in people's eyes before. He said, we get lots of complaints about temporary accommodations, but I just need to let you know.
Have a complaint with us, with the Ombudsman? Have you already raised a complaint with her?
Oh my gosh, I haven't managed to do that because I am that vulnerable. I've been on my own with this. So much has happened. You couldn't make it up. That's why I'm trying to keep to the point here. Basically what happened, this is how serious it was. Just days before, Caroline Ansell MP had emailed me saying that she would get in contact with the head of adult social care, Mark Stanton, and all these other people, etc., and the local authorities. And just days later, the manageress of the Citrus Hotel, this hotel that I've been staying in Eastbourne, she started off being nice to me. They all do. And she'd asked me to change rooms after 1 month because she said people can claim squatters' rights. Well, I did that. I changed rooms. I've heard horror stories from other people. I had a receptionist say to me, it was been in the Herald paper that homeless people were being sent from Hastings. And well, don't even get me started on the Herald paper. That's another story in itself. But on the 21st of October, Wednesday, the 21st of October, 2020, The manageress didn't like me speaking out loud, it seems. I'd been for hours on the phone to the local government ombudsman. I was waiting. I had a reference. I'd been waiting for them to get back to me. Then a social worker, Marina, whom I never met. Got plenty of horror stories about adult social care. And then because I was being because I was being outspoken on my phone in the reception area, the manageress suddenly changed towards me and said, "I don't want you here. We're not a hospital." Because a few years earlier, the DGH hospital had sent me there through adult social care in a taxi set that they'd funded, and I was turned away. And I said, all I'd done was forward an email to Caroline Ansell and to the manageress saying, could you put in a word for me to the council? I was very polite. And this is why she suddenly changed towards me. Bryony, we're not a hospital, and this and that. And then in front of a hotel guest then threatened to go in my room. He said, if you don't get out, I'll come in and drag your stuff out. And I said, right, I'm calling the police. I called 101. 101 weren't interested in listening. They were hanging up on me, something that has continued to this day. The corruption with Sussex Police, I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, they hung up on me. I then had to ring to make a complaint. I was already tired. exhausted, sleep deprived, hungry, worn out. So as a result of this, this is on the same day, as I said, that I'd been for hours on the phone to the local government ombudsman and a social worker. It was now out of hours, so I couldn't ring the social worker back. I in my state proceeded to go up to Beachy Head in distress. It was about 8 o'clock at night, dark. Went into the pub. I've still got the Beachy Head pub menu. Would you believe? I've still got the Beachy Head pub menu they gave me. They told me to go and sit down and wait to be served. I waited to be served a cup of tea. 3 police officers turned up. PC Broadway. Trying to remember now. PC Broadway, PC Austin, and PC Soper. And I said, I'd sat at the back crying, fed up. This is the kind of nonsense I'm used to. And they said, Bryony, we'd like to speak to you. And of course I was so angry because I've had horrific things happen to me by the police. But because the council have kept making me homeless, I mean, I had Dan Saxby from Brighton Housing Trust tell me that I could go to the local government ombudsman for compensation because they were making homeless people, they kept detaining homeless people in police cells. Since my mother's death, since I've been living in Eastbourne, I've never had the support and help with my mental health or anything. And to suddenly end up in these god awful places. And anyway, so getting back to getting off track, but what then happened, that incident, so it's like it's one thing happening after the other. The police, you couldn't make this up. The police, because I said to them quite understandably that I didn't want to speak to them because they'd hung up on me, they orchestrated this. They asked the pub that had already asked me if I wanted to sit down and wait to be served, if they wanted me there. The pub said no, and they turned this all around because I was now in distress. They grabbed me and carried me out of the pub. I've still got the pub menu that was given to me when the pub staff, told me to sit down and wait to be served. This is on a world famous suicide spot. I was taken out, thrown against the police car, bruised. This has happened so many times, and for the first time in my life, I've even had to report the solicitor to the SRA because the solicitor said that I had acted in self-defense because I've had so much police brutality. You couldn't make this up. They handcuffed me, took me to the custody centre, threw me to the ground, stripped me. They've still got the clothes that they've took off my body, including the shoes. They ruined my canvas trousers, took the button off. I've emailed the IOPC because the torture has still continued to this day, but I'm trying to keep to the point because there are too many horror stories to tell you. So I've got to just try and keep to the point with this.
Yeah, so like you say, you're right. It's the IOPC that would deal with any issues you have against the police.
Well, the IOPC I went to the police desk on the 7th of October to say that I would be returning with my lady witness who's got cancer. This is why I need to sort of calm down a bit because this is something. I've got a person. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
It's okay. I was just going to say I can tell that it must be very distressing for you. But what I need to just ascertain, because you're telling me a lot of information, and I understand that you've been through a hard time. But what I'm looking to ascertain is how we can help you. So you've told me about the issues you've had with the police, and that's nothing that we can look at. That would be the IOPC. So we would only look at complaints you've got against against the council. So do you have a complaint against the council at the moment?
Yes, I do. Yes, sorry. I have to take a deep breath because it's been one thing after the other. What I need to let you know what then happened. The accommodation that I had, this has all been orchestrated every time I've complained. I was sectioned, taken to, I was then assaulted by nursing assistants. And when I rang, as I said, when I rang the local government ombudsman, I was bruised. The police have still got my clothes. The IOPC, I've got a copy of the email. Hang on a minute, because more has happened since then, but I need to just keep to the point. Basically, sorry, it's just so much has happened and I've had to deal with all of this on my own. I was assaulted by nursing assistants because I was getting distressed. I didn't know where my ring was, which is an heirloom. It's a precious item to me. My stuff was still in the hotel. This has all been orchestrated. I had been self-funding a hotel to keep away from an accommodation where there was all sorts going on. There were drunks, alcoholics, all sorts, people just doing all sorts.
Okay.
Yeah. So my stuff is in a hotel that I've been self-funding for my safety. The manageress doesn't want me there, and it's all been orchestrated. That the police are hanging up on me. It's almost like a kind of targeting, gang stalking thing because I'm complaining. So I end up sectioned. My stuff is still in the hotel. I'm taken back to Eastbourne. And guess what? They provide me, you couldn't make this up, with yet another accommodation where my health and safety and in effect my life has been put at risk. And
this is from the council that provided you with this?
Yes, it's a council, because I rang social housing. I heard it on the radio, socialhousingcomplaints.co.uk, and I thought, great, I'll ring them up because they deal with council. I'm not a tenant, I'm a licensee, and they said you need to ring the local government ombudsman, and I thought, oh no, because of what happened last time. So I've been self-funding. I mean, I've had the last 5 years have been non-stop hell anyway, but I have been self-funding hotels for the past 5 months. One in particular, I had to change hotels and come back to this hotel. But I've been self-funding with severe disability back premium. I can't, they put me in an even more dangerous accommodation. I have got so many damning recordings. I've got a hate crime recorded from the A&A contractors because the staff were abusive. I've recorded neighbours complaining. I had my bedroom window smashed. I've recorded on YouTube blood on my door, my room door. I could be here forever telling you. I've got emails, I've got everything, but I've also got a lady who is a witness, a passerby in the street who can provide an affidavit of truth. I don't want to put the stress onto her where every time I feel suicidal, because this lovely lady is she's had cancer. She's going to an oncologist. It's so disgusting, I can't tell you. And to this day, I'm still being.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you, because I can understand why you're so frustrated and why you feel the way you are. You've got so much to go, information. But what I can do for you today, all I can do is find out how we can help you. So I've asked you if you've got a complaint against the council that's ongoing at the moment.
Yes.
So have you registered a formal complaint with the council?
The MP caseworker, I sort of I went through to, I don't think it was him. It was, if I remember rightly, it was me. I phoned the hub. I got through to the hub when I rang, because David is an MP caseworker. He knows what's been going on. Me and my lady witness, we went down there to speak to him. And I got through to the hub, and someone passed me to someone called David Sharp, who's a housing needs specialist. He was meant to ring me at 4:00 on the when was it? Thursday, oh gosh, I haven't, sorry. Sorry, I've been awake since 4 a.m. It was Thursday. Was it Thursday the 5th of March? Or Thursday the 4th of March? Was it? It was a Thursday. He was meant to ring me because I was supposed to be checking out because the hotel rates. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Because he was meant to be treating it as urgent because I've got to check out on the 7th. But the hotel.
Okay, that's why they're trying to find you a placement, which is what you need if you are being moved out of the hotel. But what we will need to see is that if you're not happy with the service that the council have provided you, that you've actually put in a formal complaint about that. So not looking at whether, that this person who's supposed to be calling you, it sounds like they're calling you to see about rehousing you and finding you some accommodation. But that isn't something we would look at. What we would look at is if you've got a complaint against them,
Yes.
actually going through their formal complaint process.
Yes, it was. This is so serious. These are. I've had my bedroom window smashed. I've been the victim of domestic violence. I've been assaulted by other fellow licensees. I've had theft.
Yes. You are giving me a lot of information, but this information at this point isn't something that I can deal with, because what you need to do is you need to bring a complaint to us if you've gone through the formal council complaints process for us to forward on to an assessor, and then the person will be allocated to your case, and they are the people who would actually look at the issues you've had and the complaint you've had, and they will go through all of the ins and outs with it for you. All that information that you're giving me today isn't something that I can actually use. That needs to go to the assessor. So all I need to get established so that I can try and help you today is if you have a formal complaint open with the council at the moment, if you've completed that formal complaints process with the council, and then if you have, you would be able to then bring a complaint to us if you're still unhappy with their response for us to look at. And at that point, as I say, when we can see that you've done that, we can then look forward that.
Can I correct you? The council told me to ring the local government ombudsman.
I apologise for them giving you incorrect information, because we can only help. Our job as the local government ombudsman is we look at complaints that people have brought against the local council, and when they've completed a complaints process with the local council, if they're still unhappy with that complaint, we can then look at how the council have dealt with the complaint, and that is what our role is. We don't do anything else.
Right, okay. So why is it then, can I just ask, the last time that when I got hung up on after being beaten by the police, I've had all these crimes committed against me, these very, very serious crimes. I've been assaulted and attacked by both licensees and staff, which I've recorded. I've recorded the neighbours. The neighbours have also complained. I've recorded the neighbours complaining. I could go, you haven't even heard all of it, because I could be here forever opening up even more.
What I'm saying is that isn't something that I would look at. That's not what my role in the ombudsman process is. So you've called the first point of contact. What we do is we check that you have a complaint with the council that may be something that we can look at, and then we ask you to send that complaint into us, and we then, if it is at a point where we can forward it, we will send it to our assessment team. And as I say, the assessment team, they allocate people who look at the complaint, and they are the people who are telling me I can't do anything with that. That's
Right.
something
Okay.
for the assessor once you brought your complaint to us. So what you need to do, as I say, if you have a formal complaint with the council and you have raised a formal complaint about something that you are unhappy with that the council has done, then if they've completed that formal complaints process, you can then bring it to us if you are still unhappy. But that is all we will be able to look at. All the information you're telling me about the police, etc., that is something that is not...
Yes, and I haven't, but I haven't had anything back from them when I emailed the IOPC. Caroline Ansell is continuously fobbing me off. I've been lied to by adult social care. I've had someone come out to me and say, we'll get someone to go back to the property with you. I've been, 5 months, yes.
Social care is something that we'll deal with and we can look at. But before we can look at it, you have to have gone to the council and made a formal complaint about that adult social care process that you've gone through if you're unhappy with what they have done. And we can't look at it until you've gone through that formal complaint process with the council. So I understand you're frustrated and I understand that you may have been through a lot. But for us to be able to look at your complaint, we can only do that if you've gone through the formal complaint process with the council.
Yeah, well, okay. Can I just let you know, right, well, why is it then that the last time that I rang up, they made it seem quite straightforward and yet they hung up on me? The last time that I rang the local government ombudsman, as I
can't tell you why somebody else would have done something. I wasn't privy to that conversation.
Yeah, I didn't have to fill out any forms or anything. Okay.
But if they hung up on you, I can't tell you why. But
I had a reference, and yeah.
You have that reference number with you?
No, because unfortunately, because I said I have been put through endless corruption. This goes to a higher level of corruption. They have,
okay, so
you know.
That reference number with us?
I don't have that
reference. The postcode. No, I'm not asking for that. If you just wait and listen.
Oh, sorry.
What I'm asking for is I'm asking for the postcode you're at when you have brought the complaint to us and when we gave you the reference number. Then I may be able to find some details, okay? Yes.
I think it was, if I remember rightly, because I think it was BN21 3DN, I think.
Let me see if I can find anything. Bear with me. BN21 3DN.
That's correct. Elms Avenue.
There's nothing coming up into that postcode that I can see that would be relating to anything we would have for yourself.
All right, okay, hang on a minute, because I was just doing a credit check thing on Experian. Oh gosh, it was Elms Avenue. It was 31 Elms Avenue.
Let me see if I can find a postcode for it.
Because I really, look, I've been awake since 4:30 in the morning. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, well, no, well, I've had, because this is because of the corruption. I've been awake. I shouldn't be in this position, self-funding with severe disability back premium. I shouldn't have been beaten by the police. The police arrested me for recording, for doing what they told me to do. Sergeant Simmons told me to get a dictaphone and to record antisocial behaviour.
You're telling me stuff about the police that we have got no jurisdiction over. So any information about anything that's happened to the police, that is nothing that we can help you with.
No, I understand that. I understand that, but I'm saying, yeah.
It's not that I cannot help you with.
No, I understand. I appreciate. No. Yeah.
I've looked up the postcode of 31 Elms Avenue, and that postcode I've got is BH1480, and nothing is coming up in regards to that postcode on our system either. So I can't find that.
That's the address. Well, yeah. Well, isn't it in? Well, okay. All right. Let me.
You have a reference number, but I need you to listen because you're telling me a lot of information that I cannot help you with.
Right,
and you're just
okay.
repeating the same things to me that I cannot help you with.
I
All
appreciate.
all I can tell you is what we can do for you. And as I've explained, if you have a formal complaint with the council and it's completed the complaints process, you can bring it to us for us to look at, and that is what the Ombudsman do. Okay, that's the role of the local government Ombudsman. So unless you have an outstanding formal complaint with the council about your issues that you're having with adult social services, they've either completed that complaint or they're still looking into it. What you would need to do is, if you want to bring it to us for us to look at, you need to either do that by going on our website or by putting a letter in writing, and that's the way you bring the complaint to us.
Yes, yes. Brian has. I said it was BN 21 3DN 31 Elms Avenue. That is the address that I was at, and I'm telling you, whether you believe me or not, that the people that I spoke to, they were waiting for. I gave them all the information. I had a reference. I can't remember what the reference was, but
without that reference, I can't find anything because the postcode that you're giving me isn't bringing up any details.
Well, BN 21 3DN does exist. If you go on post, that was the.
I'm not suggesting that postcode doesn't exist. What I'm saying is, on our system, so it's BN 31 6.
No,
3DM.
No, I said BN B for Bravo, N for November, 21 3 for D for Delta, N for November. And
what's your full name?
My full name is Bryony McCarthy.
And there's nothing on the system for you with that postcode at all on our system.
Okay.
So we don't have anything under that address with you, I'm afraid.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm just saying to you.
So what you would need to do is bring the complaint to us through that formal complaint process with the council. Okay, and then that may be something we can look at and forward onto our assessment team. Okay.
Well, can I just say, let me just tell you that was the address that I was at, and I don't remember that I was told that I would have to wait for the council. They made what they'd done was I spoke to someone from the local government ombudsman. They forwarded my details. I believe that there was a reference number because I wouldn't have remembered something like that.
Yeah, we would have give you a reference number if you have.
Yeah, and they said that I had to wait 2 weeks for the council to get back to them because it's a long process. So
when was it you did that?
That was in October 2020, and as I said, the local MP, and I've got copies of the emails, she contacted the local authorities, and on the very day, on Wednesday, it should be on your system that on Wednesday, the 21st of October, 2020, I rang the local government ombudsman because I'd spoke for hours complaining. And
as I say, with that postcode you give me, I can't find anything. So unless you have a reference number, I have nothing on my system that shows that we've got any cases with you. So I can't, unless you can go away and find that reference number and come back with it.
Find the reference number. Do you know how many? Well, I'm sorry, but with being beaten by the police, having my calls terminated, and this targeting for whistleblowing, and my deteriorating mental health, the fact that I haven't been able to sleep, this is the sort of thing that causes dementia. So whilst you've been awake at 4:30 a.m, you're the people that I go to when my life is in danger, and I've just been told by social housing complaints, the lady's name was Raquel, I've got your name, Emma, and I'm coming to you to say that my life, and I've got plenty of evidence, it's been put in danger. And I'd just also like to say to you that 2 call handlers at the council, and I've recorded this, both of them hung up on me. They refused to give their name. Well, one of them made themselves look stupid because she gave her name at the start of the call anyway. And what she said she would do for me, I've written it down. because David Sharp never rang me when he was meant to, the housing needs specialist. I've got so many horror stories as it is, but I'm telling you where I am now.
I understand all the issues you're having, but as I've said, you've given me this information and I can't do anything with it. All I can do is forward on a complaint to our assessment team if you send a complaint in to us that has gone through the council's process. That is all that I can do. So you can give me all of that information. There is nothing right now that I can do with that. You need to send it to us as a complaint, showing that you've complained through the formal complaint.
I have already,
all I can advise
but
you.
I have been, all right, okay.
I do understand you saying you have a complaint with this, but that postcode that you're giving me does not bring up any details for you. So without that code, without something else, like a reference, I cannot find anything that we may have on.
Right, fair enough. But I'm now at a different address where well, I'm not at that address. I'm in the hotel, self-funding, and the money's running out. I'm extremely vulnerable. I'm extremely scared. I'm too scared to go back to the room because of the domestic violence, the assaults and everything. The new address is at Belmore Road. So they put me in a different place. I was in there for a year, from November 2020, after being assaulted and detained and having my clothes taken from me.
So would it be possible that we have that as your your address that we have on the system or not? Because like I say, you're giving me all this information, and I can understand you feeling very frustrated after everything you've been through, but you keep repeating stuff to me, and as I keep telling you, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I'm listening to you, but I don't think you're...
It's not something that I can help you with.
I've actually got people, can I just say, I've actually got people supporting me who are furious at what the response I'm getting right now, because as they're saying, as they are also saying, I have waited 15 weeks for the council to reply to my formal complaint. The local MP...
Okay, so if they haven't replied to your formal complaint within 15 weeks, what you need to do is bring that complaint to us so we can go to the council and make inquiries as to what is happening with it. So you need to raise a complaint with us. That is what you need to do.
Well, I've got an email from Caroline Ansell who has raised the... I've got the email from Caroline Ansell. Would you like me to read it to you, where she's saying she's... This is the local MP. This is the local MP, this is...
Okay, it doesn't matter who the letter is for. It's no good reading it to me. I can't do anything with that. You have to send it in to us. So I will repeat it again for you, what we can do here at the Ombudsman, okay? And this is what you need to do. If you have a complaint with the council, that they have either gone through the full complaints process with you, or they have not given you a response to your complaint, and it has been more than 12 weeks since you made that complaint, that may be something that we are able to look at. So what you need to do...
Shall I tell you what? Can I just... You need to hear this. You need... No, you need to hear... You need to hear this. You need to hear this. No, you do. You do. I've got plenty of people who are supporting me. I've got your name, Emma. No, Emma, you need to listen to this. No, Emma, you're not listening. You need to hear this. I've gone down every avenue. I have... Would you like me to... Could you speak? Could you let me speak, please? Could you let me speak? Could you let me speak? Because I'm recording. No, you need to hear this, because I have had people endlessly... Did you hear that? She's threatened to end the call on me. You're not listening. You're not listening. I need to tell you, I've got plenty of angry people, Emma. I've got plenty of angry people watching this.
Thank you so much for your call today.
Emma, she's just hung up on me. Princess Angela, she's just hung up on me. There you go. I needed to tell her that I put the Chief Financial Officer on notice. Councillor Stephen Holt knows about it. He became very aggressive towards me when I was in Tesco's, when I tried to get my witness, I'm shaking now, to speak to her. My witness, who's got cancer, who was attacked in the street for trying to help me. I've had 2 call handlers from the council hang up on me. You can go back a few live streams and you can see it for yourself. I'm shaking. How I have survived this long is beyond. Right, Emma from the local government ombudsman, we've got you recorded. I've got you recorded. Let's just hope and pray that my live streams are not tampered with. You've witnessed this, you've heard this. People from police abusing powers have witnessed this. I swear to God. I put the chief financial officer officially on notice. I did a red thumbprint to prove that I was the living woman and not the legal fiction. The chief financial officer, HAMIRA JAVADI, the section 151 officer, and she would not let me say that. I'm shaking. I'm absolutely shaking. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I am trying. I'm having to normalize this, and it's not normal. It's not normal. Thank you, Princess Angela. Thank you. I'm shaking. Do you see what I mean, though? I'm close to. No, you're all right. Please do swear. I've been swearing. You saw what that horrible disabled woman who won't show her face did. She shared a video of me saying effing woman in a wheelchair. Yes. And I gave her Tina Chave's I'm trying to be kind to people. Thank you for supporting me, people. Steve Churchill from the food bank is a Christian. He's got stuff of mine, and he told Darren that I was playing him. I am not going to be bullied. I'm going to ring them back. I just might need to take a deep breath. You heard that woman, Rosanna, that call handler, Rosanna. I'm shaking. I need to just calm down. I'm getting myself worked up here. There you go, though. Someone from the local government ombudsman hanging up on me. Look, we got a troll, see? Look, can you see? I'm taking Dan's advice. I'm a bully, am I? Do you want to hear this? No, I don't need to waste my time. I've played it so many times in my live streams. I'm going to ignore it, Warrior Wales. I'm doing other people's jobs. You need to get a life. You sad, sad individual. Do you know what? Even if GCHQ were paying you to do this to me, you sad, sad, pathetic individual. I went out of my way to help an old lady when I was in one of these cowboy hotels, the Congress Apartments. She had a Zimmer. She was assaulted. And I went down to Stephen Lloyd's office and I spoke on her behalf. Guess what? Sorry, no, I didn't go down to the office. I rang them up. And one horrible woman hung up on me. And when I rang back, they said, Scott tried to help you. You all sound the same. You're pathetic and your days are numbered. Your days are coming to an end. You're not going to beat me. Abba Yahweh, they won't beat me. I'm still here. By the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach, I'm still here and you are a coward. In my live stream where I've rang two people at the council, Rosanna gave me her name at the start of the call, and yet she refused to give me her name. When I said that I was live streaming. But then the next caller, Stella, hung up on me. And then the next call handler, she knew I was live streaming, but she didn't mind giving me Rosanna's name. Pathetic. What have you got to hide? What have you got to hide? You won't even show your face. Adore Pierre. Sprit faith end times. Picking on a vulnerable woman and saying you're vulnerable when I've tried to help you, the same way I tried to help an old lady, an Italian old lady with a Zimmer, hung up, shouted at and hung up on. And they all say the same phrases, the same rubbish. I've heard it all. We're going around in circles. You this, you that, you. There's nothing I haven't heard. Yawn. You're boring. You're boring. Rosanna spoke to David Senior, asked her to put a message through to Gary Hall, head of housing. Someone should be contacting me. Let's see let's see if Emma answers.
Calling the local government and social care ombudsman.
Let's see who answers this time.
Complaints about councils, all adult social care providers, including care homes and home care agencies, and some other organisations.
Can I just say, Princess Angela, thank you so much for supporting me.
Able to help you. The best and quickest way to make a new complaint to us is to visit our website at
It's very difficult to know who you can and can't trust. Because all I can see is names. People have duplicated accounts.
Your complaint is one we can consider.
Check my later on how to disable.
At a time to suit you.
Oh, thank you, Warrior Wales.
Please be aware that even if you speak to an advisor, we will usually ask.
I understand Scott a bit better now. There was a misunderstanding. I know he and Brian. He doesn't trust you, Brian. And I'm not being funny, Brian, but I'll keep it. I'll forget about it. I'll tell you later. I'm just repeating myself anyway, so. I was in supported accommodation. I'm not the only person who's exposed supported living, temporary living, and the psychiatric unit. They're all the same. I'm not the first person to say, have a look at this. This was a psychiatric patient. Hello, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. I'm sorry.
It's Chelsea.
Chelsea. Okay, thank you very much. Right, well, can I just say, the last call handler hung up on me, Emma, and, well, what can I say?
I am actually aware of that. She said you were on the phone for over 30 minutes and she was trying to explain what you should do and you were talking over her.
Well, it doesn't really matter what she has said to you or not, because I've recorded it for my evidence. I've actually got other people who are angry for me because she hung up on me, which is extremely unprofessional. I've got extremely serious, very serious criminal issues that I am reporting, and.
Right, well, what can we help you with then?
Yeah, right. Well, I was trying to say to her, but she was being extremely abrupt and obtuse, just trying to sort of obstruct me from.
That we can help you with?
Yeah, okay. Well, I was just trying to, in the middle of, it doesn't matter how long a conversation takes, because I could be here forever complaining. I was trying to explain to her that I put the CFO on notice, which is the Chief Financial Officer at Eastbourne Borough Council. That is I've got a copy of the document. So this is under common law.
In regards to the complaints you've got about the council, have you completed the complaints procedure with them and had final response from them? Because if not, we wouldn't be able to help you just yet.
I have gone through the process because as I was trying to explain to Raquel, sorry, Emma, she was speaking over me. I put the CFO on notice, which is this is the individual that you put. I've got a copy of the document signed for and received. I've got evidence that it was signed for and received. I've thumbprinted it to show that I'm the living woman and not the legal fiction. I gave them a period, a time, what do you call it, a time schedule to stop and correct.
Sorry, just because you're giving me quite a lot of information, if you say you've completed the council's complaints procedure, then you can send your complaint in to us to review. So there's two ways you can do that, either on our website or by post.
Well, you know, okay then, are you saying to me that you would like me to send you a copy of the notice where I put the CFO on notice?
So we're here to look into the complaint. So if you've got a copy of your complaint and any of the responses from the council, that would be great, and then we can look into helping you with that. Okay.
This is something that the MP has emailed me to say that she would do on my behalf. I've been self-funding a hotel for 5 months. I have put this chief financial officer officially on notice months ago. I have been self-funding with severe disability back pay, which I shouldn't have to do, just simply for my safety. My health is deteriorated.
You've spoken quite a lot of information which we don't need at this point. If you've completed the complaint procedure with the council, you'd need to send that in to us.
I can send you a copy of I can send you a copy of the official notice under common law where HAMIRA...
So you can send us that then.
I can send you a copy of the official notice that I put the Chief Financial Officer, HAMIRA JAVADI, on. Councillor Stephen Holt is aware of this. He has failed me. He has not listened to me or my witness, who can provide an affidavit.
You'd have to explain this to us within your complaint. As I said, you can do that by post or on our website. Just because you've given me a lot of information over the phone, and we're not investigators here or anything like that. This line is just to advise you how to submit your complaint. So if you could explain this to us either by post or on our website, that would be great.
But you have to understand, I have not had a response. I mean, I've got people supporting me right now. I have not had a response from the CFO, Councillor Stephen Holt. They are all aware of this. And this lady...
So have you not completed the council's complaints procedure then? Because you said that you had.
That is the procedure, to put the CFO on notice, the one who is responsible for keeping me in a safe place in my council accommodation is under common law, it's the 151 officer. I've already had.
Have you raised a formal written complaint to the council?
That is a written. It is, and I have not had a response. Yes.
So when was that done? What date did you do that?
Well, let me just hang on a minute because, excuse me.
If it's been under 12 weeks with no response, then you can also send that in to us, and we can use that as evidence to make inquiries with the council. If it hasn't been 12 weeks since you sent that to you, then you'd have to continue to chase them up for a final response.
Well, this is something that Caroline Ansell said that she would do for me. She's emailed me. I'm going to be contacting the MP, and I'm going to be letting them know that I have got witnesses to people from the local government ombudsman hanging up on me, one individual, and I'm going to let them know that I've put the CFO on notice without a response. It was more than 6 weeks ago now. I think it was back in January. I've got the copy here somewhere. And
if it was in January, it would still be a bit early for us to get involved at the moment.
Early? A bit early for you to get involved. Early. I've been self-funding a hotel for 5 months for my safety, which I shouldn't have to do. The council are failing me. The council have put me in a dangerous place where I've recorded neighbours complaining. I've been assaulted. I've had my bedroom window smashed. I've had everything.
Everything you're saying, but you said you only submitted a complaint back in January. We allow councils 12 weeks to investigate the complaint. So, like I've said previously, if it reaches that 12-week point and you still haven't had that response,
12 weeks. I've got to wait 12 weeks. 12 weeks for a response to something that shouldn't be happening, crimes that are being committed, where the police are failing me. Let me tell you something. David, the caseworker, when me and my lady witness went to see him, he's very young looking. He looked tearful. He looked distressed. He said, we get this a lot. Yes, I know, because the last 5 years I've been forced to sleep rough. I've had unlawful. I was told by Dan Saxby at Brighton Housing Trust that I could go to the local government ombudsman. Can I finish what I'm saying? Dan Saxby from Brighton Housing Trust told me a few years ago that I could go to the local government ombudsman for compensation because a lot of people were being unlawfully detained in police cells, and I am one of those people. I have had it as a homeless person, as a homeless vulnerable woman, funding. Yes, sorry.
That would not be for us.
Yes, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so
I appreciate.
we're looking for the council complaint. So you can come to us after the council's complaint procedure has been completed or they haven't responded after 12 weeks. Unless one of their situations has happened, we can't get involved.
12 weeks. I have to wait 12 weeks for a response. Well, yeah. I don't know. I think it was January that I put the CFO.
There's probably already been about 8 weeks now anyway, so they may even respond before the 12 weeks, but that's just the time we have to allow them to investigate.
I can't afford. I don't have endless money to spend on the hotel rates.
As you can appreciate, we're just a complaint service and we can't help you with any funding or money in the meantime or anything like that. We are just a complaint service. If you do need additional support, you would have to seek that elsewhere.
Well, I have been for that additional support. I've been to Brighton Housing Trust, and the same woman there has lied to me. She looks very mousy and nervous, but she's lied to me. She's tested my patience because I was complaining to the housing officer. His manageress, Katie Dawkins, didn't want to know. I've recorded on YouTube two call handlers at the council hanging up on me. And I had to ring back. I get this a lot. And then the last call handler gave me the name that this woman had already given me, because she'd given me her name at the start. This Rosanna has spoken to David, the senior David. This is David Sharp. He's a housing needs specialist. And she spoke to his senior. He's asked to put a message through to Gary Hall, who's the head of housing, and someone should be contacting me. I've been continuously fobbed off and lied to. And in the meantime, I'm too scared to even contact the police when my life is in danger. I tell you what, I've been assaulted physically and verbally by staff, licensees and the police, who told me, Sergeant Simmons told me to purchase a dictaphone to record antisocial behaviour. I recorded violence towards me, neighbours complaining. My lady witness has cancer and she was attacked in the street by a random drunk for trying to help me. All these drunks came out of nowhere. It's one of these areas it's not a nice area. And the property they put me in, they are the chief financial officer is personally responsible. HAMIRA JAVADI, the 151 officer, is under common law personally responsible for putting me in a safe place. They've all put me in a place that's got a bad reputation where all sorts of things were happening. I moved to this town under adult social care 17 years ago, and my mental health deteriorated. My mother died. I wasn't supported.
So you would have to wait until you've got that final response from the council to bring this to us, just because you are giving me a lot of information over the phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that I have done everything humanly possible.
What we suggest now then is just carry on chasing the council for a final response.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry to interrupt you. My lady, one of my supporters is letting me know, brilliant people. I put the complaint in the housing to the council in December. It was in December. So thank you, Angela.
If you could send us evidence, if it's been over 12 weeks then we could possibly help you and make inquiries with the council. So if you could send that in, that would be great.
All right, I will send you a copy of the notice because they've all been corrupt. Yes, this is, and as I said to you, I have got a copy of an email where Caroline Ansell is saying, I can read it out to you if I can find it, where she's.
No, that's okay. That's not necessary. If you just send us a copy of your complaint and any other evidence you think is relevant, that would be great, and we can then contact the council. Okay.
I can't send you evidence of what's on the dictaphone and what's on YouTube, the evidence of me being attacked, because I don't know how to do that.
We can get that further down the line. The main thing we need to see now, just to put forward to the council, is a copy of your complaint if it was over 12 weeks ago. So yes. As long as you can send us that, that's the main thing, okay? And
just to let you know, in case they say that they didn't receive it, I've got a copy of the receipt signed for. It's signed for recorded delivery and signed for. I've got the receipt, so they can't deny that.
Yeah, you can send us that as well then, that's great.
Yes. All right, okay. I'm telling you, it's an absolute miracle that I'm still alive, because I've attempted suicide so many times. I can't tell, and every horrific thing that I've endured. I mean, attempted rape was nothing compared to what the council, the police, the thugs. I've got people supporting me from a channel that exposes the police corruption, and I didn't realize just how brilliant they were until now. I'm being trolled, attacked and threatened at the same time. I don't know if these people are from GCHQ or what, but I am fighting this literally to the end. I really am, because no one should ever have to go through this. And if you'd seen the look in the eyes of David, the MP, I even had someone come out to me from the council to serve me a fraudulent Section 43, and he looked distressed. The PCSO, they are all corrupt. They are all corrupt. Yes, because I've also had fraudulent Section 184s typed up. I've had everything. Yeah.
Explain all of this in your to us, because we don't need it over the phone. If you send that in with your complaint, either online or by post, and then we can talk through it. Okay.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll. What was the address that I need to send it to, though?
Yeah. Do you have a pen and paper, and I can give that to you?
Yes, please. I'm scribbling notes. I've got notes coming out of my ears. Okay. I've got a pen and paper. Yes.
So it's LGO, the local government ombudsman.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Sorry.
It's LGO, which stands for local government ombudsman.
LGO.
Yep, and then it's
PO Box.
4771.
Is this all on the same line? Sorry.
No, this is on the second line.
Sorry. 47. Yes.
So PO Box 4771 is on the second line.
4771. Okay.
And the third line is Coventry.
Okay. Thank you.
And then the postcode on the last line
CV4
0EH.
0EH.
Perfect.
Thank you. So just to confirm, it's thank you very much. It's LGO PO Box 4771 Coventry CV4 OEM.
Yes, that's perfect. OEH it is.
Oh, sorry, OEH. I'm sorry. Yes, it's OEH.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I've been awake since 4:30 in the morning. So, yeah. And I'm in a terrible state. But okay, all right. Thank you very much. I've got that.
That's okay. No problem then. Take care.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Who do I address it to? Who do I send it? I mean.
It's anyone in this department that will log it. So
Oh,
once you
okay.
send it to that address, that's fine.
Oh, all right then. Okay, someone will get it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Princess Angela, as well. Thank you. Do you know what? Oh, I was looking at your comments, Princess Angela, and if I hadn't have read your comment that said it was in December, because I can't remember it, they could drive you to insanity. I wouldn't have remembered. There's absolutely no. You see, even with my partner, it's no wonder I thought my partner was gaslighting me. And that horrible woman in the wheel who claims she's in a wheelchair. They're all part of the same Andy Devine lot. Do you know what Andy Devine said? Do you know what he said when he was helping me? He said, did they know that you were recording them? And I remember thinking something's not right, because he was on the phone saying the C word. He was saying, or cunting this and all this and all that. And you know, why did he keep saying the C word and the narcissist word? And it's like, and then my phone cut out and he said, did you hang up on me? And I thought, there's something not right with him. And that Caroline Stevens said he's come out of prison, so he'll work for the police. And this is someone, oh my gosh, I've just never known anything like all of this. But I suppose that's what happens when you're vulnerable. Oh, thank you, Brian. You legend, Brian. You know, honestly, Angela, well, thank you so much. But I have you to thank for your moral support. Well done. I mean, well done to you. You're a legend as well. Thank you for supporting me. If I hadn't have looked at the comments where you said December, she could have fobbed me off and hung up on me. This is what they do. My colleagues just told me that you were on the phone for 30 minutes. Who cares how long I'm on the phone for? Oh my gosh, I've heard it all before. You've been on the phone for, and then they'll argue about the amount of time you're on the phone for. And you then start to think, is it just me? Is it just me? Is it just me? But even if there are people from GCHQ attacking me because they've made my live streams have rather suspiciously since you lot have started supporting me, look at the one. I just hope and pray that this live stream hasn't been tampered with. Anyway, yeah, thank you, Warrior Wales, but thank you, Princess Angela. If I hadn't have looked when you, I'll have to check it. It definitely was December, was it? Oh, sod it. Oh dear. You have to get yourself into a mindset. You have to really. it's just a shame I fell out with the man who told me how to do that, and I ended up blocking him, which is really sad because he turned all weird to me because of all these Andy Devine. He told me not to trust Andy Devine, and I won't say why. And then, you know, they're all these people. You know, anyway, I've got to try and stay normal right now. Thank you so much, Princess Angela. I'm trying not to look at yeah. So thank you, bless you, thank you so much. Honestly, Princess Angela, thank you so much. When you got angry, I thought someone's on my side. So that's when I said, look, I got someone here who's I know I can be honest to a fault, which might seem stupid. But I don't have they need to, but even so, even if I do this, they need to sort it out now. Oh, I've got to be out of here on the 14th, so I've still let them fob me off, haven't I? Because the rates, the hotel rates, are going to go up very quickly. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Pardon me. Thank you, Brian. Do I need to give you some kind of, I don't know, permission because to do that because I put a disclaimer thing saying, you know, about sharing my videos? So by the way, just to let you know, that woman, that horrible woman, has shared a video of mine without my consent. So James Worley and Thingamy, they've shared my videos without my consent. Well, they've shared something with me in it. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh no, sorry, he didn't. No, he didn't. He just showed a screenshot of my videos. They haven't actually shared a video, so I don't know. It's no good asking me. I don't know about the law, so I don't know. I'm close to. I've just had enough of it. I've just had enough. But thank you so much for supporting me, Princess Angela. It would be good if I had your number. I left a voice message for Dan a while ago, and it's not something that I would do under normal circumstances. I mean, I don't tend to ring people up. I don't like asking for help. I'd never accept money. Even though people say, "Oh, set up a GoFundMe and all that," I would never do that. I don't need money. I need what I should have been getting from the local authorities to prevent all of this. And I don't like asking for help. So I really, really appreciate your moral support. All you want is for people to do their jobs and for people to care. And unfortunately, there are trolls and sad cases, really sad, pathetic idiots who've got nothing better to do. And I you know, they'll perish though, won't they, I suppose. Thank you, Warrior Wales. Yeah. Thank you, Brian. Okay. You could share my videos. Yeah, I just don't understand technology. I'm old-fashioned. Even, I mean, I'd have trouble working this bloody thing. it's full up and it shouldn't be, but I just recorded all the phone calls and everything. I just hope this is all going to be worth it in the end, but you know, yeah. All you want is for people to do something really basic for you, and they put you through, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do this and you got to do that, and yet they're protecting, the police are protecting these vile creatures because they're vile themselves. The police are criminals protecting criminals, aren't they? That is why I'm not going to say anything yet, because obviously there are people watching, but that solicitor that I reported, I've had a voice message about that, and that's all I'm saying. Because she wanted to stitch me up with going to prison on a fraud to get help with housing. Me, who complains about smoking in bus shelters and cycling on pavements. An innocent, vulnerable female who spends her time praying and talking to mice and birds and yeah, I don't know. I've got to laugh about it. If you need to email or text or any legal advice, I'm here. Thank you, Princess Angela. I better get that bloody thing in the post then, hadn't I? Did you hear what that woman said? Well, I've been awake since 4:30. She hung up on me. She's not the one who's been attacked. I am telling you guys how I came so close to jumping off those cliffs back in January. So close. I don't drink, but I bought alcohol. So that idiot James Worley saying she looks drunk. I don't drink. Do I look drunk in any of the... Look at all the videos I've made. This is how I talk normally. Do I look drunk? Do I look drunk? No, this is me. I'm alcohol intolerant. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't take drugs. I don't even take prescription drugs. Do you want to see the herbal tablets I take? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean, though? Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because I've been talking for nearly 2 hours. But thank you so much, Princess Angela, for looking out for that. I don't take this the wrong. Don't take this the wrong way, guys. I'm smiling and everything, but I really don't know who to trust still. That woman who claims she's in a wheelchair and everything, Andy Devine, Caroline Stevens, Angela Power Disney, they all fight against each other. Brian, Scott said to tell Dan to give his number to me. And he said he can't trust you in a comment section. And I'm not being funny to you, Brian, but when you said to that horrible woman, be careful what you say, it sounded like you were defending her, this dangerous woman. So then I think to myself, well, I don't know what to do, because then Dan is saying Brian can be trusted, because obviously Dan, you passed me to you. He said to put you in as a moderator. And the thing is, this James Worley, who's turned out to be a nasty freak, this curly-haired American guy. So, he was praying for me at one point. He did say some weird things. I just want to see that. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm sick to death of these sick people who can't see that they're sick themselves, but they're targeting vulnerable people, good, sane, vulnerable people. I got to get off here because I'm going to just get... I'm so fed up. I'm so fed up. I know, Brian, it's just everything goes through your head all at once. Like what you said about John Wedger having all these aliases. And then I think, oh my gosh, is Brian just taking the what's it out of me? And then Scott, I misunderstood him because I thought he was saying I'm the son of God, and that's not what he meant. And Dan explained that, and he seems genuine. And yeah, I get it. Everybody's, got... I'm just, my head is really hurting. I better go, but I think I'm just going to make a call to the MP office. While I'm, and it's good because I've also got you here to witness this, and I really, really appreciate it. I really, really do. Angela, before you post it, I will forward some links to Dan for you to look at. Oh, the post, the thing. Yeah, not everyone gets on with everyone or trusts everyone, but it's about you. Thank you, Angela. I know I read into things too much. That's my problem. It's I expect things to be clear cut, and that's not how life is. But when you're not well, when you're vulnerable and all of that. I know Dan has already said all of this. I know it's like at the time when Dan is saying all of this to me, I'm hearing him, but as I said to him, I'll walk away and it will flood back in. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut up because I just don't shut up, do I? I'm just going to give the MP a quick call because you've got to sort of be a pain in there, be a thorn in their side. Yes, Brian, trust has to be earned. Oh, whoops. I've just got rid of it. Oh, thank you so much. It's just really sad that I see all whistleblowers as being part of the same thing, and they're not. But that's how it should be, and that's what makes me angry and confuses me, because we should all be fighting the same battles. Why do people not trust John Wedger? Why do people not trust John Patterson? I met John Patterson. Why isn't everybody coming together as one?
Member of Parliament for Eastbourne and Willingdon. We're sorry that no one is able to take your call at the moment.
Voice message.
If you require urgent assistance and you live within Eastbourne, please call the Eastbourne Community Hub on 01.
Oh, I can see your comments.
722.
Yes.
If you live in Willingdon, Jevington, Wannock or Polegate, please call the Wilden Community Hub on 01323 443322. You may also like to email Caroline at caroline.mp@parliament.uk. Alternatively, please leave your phone number, your name and a short message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hello there. This is a voice message for David, the caseworker at Caroline Ansell MP office. I've been awake since 4:30 a.m. It's Bryony McCarthy speaking. I've got witnesses in my live chat who can see, and they're supporting me. I've left several voice messages for you, but I've had I've had someone from the local government ombudsman hang up. I'd had someone hang up on me, and I went into all the horror stories. I'm not going to go into all of it. I'm sleep deprived. I'm very sick and ill from all of this. But she wants me to, the nonsense that I've heard, I haven't got the energy to repeat. The council have been put on notice back in December, which was 12 weeks ago. They were saying, we need evidence. If it's 12, you have to wait 12 weeks for a response. Well, that's not what I was told on the 21st of October 2020 when I was beaten by the police. I was told I only had to wait a couple of weeks. So I'm being constantly lied to and fobbed off. So to have a call handler from the local government ombudsman hang up on me when I told her that I'd already been hung up on. The next call handler, as I said I have to wait 12 weeks for a response. Well, I'm going to send her a copy of the notice where I put the CFO, the 151 officer, on notice. I've waited 12 weeks. So
to save message, press 0. To repeat message saved.
I don't think they want to speak to me. Isn't it amazing? It's an amazing jump, isn't it? I was told I only had to wait 2 weeks for a response. Then I chased up after I'd been beaten by the police and stripped half naked. Then so we've gone from 2 weeks to 12 weeks. I've got to wait 12 weeks for a response for all the torture that I've been put through. Anyway, you couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. My late mother was fuming, angry that, look, I'll tell you where the MP office is. It's at Eastbourne Town Hall. Eastbourne Town Hall, where I had to sign my mother's death certificate. Where's the it hasn't got the address of the signed on. When did I sign it? Date of registration 3 days after her death, 17th of August 2009. And I had to sign a homeless application form out of supported accommodation on the 11th of August 2009. Brave Bryony battles on. Brave Bryony battles on. And the people making my videos, who are tampering with my videos as I speak, have a look. They've tried to stop this from being shown on one of the last live streams. They only showed the back of it. But Eastbourne Town Hall is where the MP office is. It's where I signed my mother's death certificate. And Caroline Ansell's from it. They just all the lies, everything. I've got to get off here. I've got to get off here because I'm going to get very ill otherwise. Humble asshole. Don't worry, I can't see your comments. Did the screen freeze? Don't see what I mean. But on the last live stream where I showed the article, they edited it out. They edited it out when I was holding up the article, and I turned it over to show this note that a patient left me saying, I'm on your side, Bryony. You see that? You see that? That was someone in the psychiatric unit who'd been assaulted like me. Because the psychiatric unit, if you listen to something that Andy Devine shared from 1993 saying that someone who is exposing what was going to happen in the future, that the psychiatric unit would be used as like some kind of concentration camp type of thing. Yeah. There are people being put in there because of jealous friends. There were people in there who really are deluded, obviously, and not well. You've got homeless people with mental health issues. There's a wide range, but homeless people shouldn't be in there because we should be getting help in the community. Austerity, Andy Devine was right. Austerity is bullshit. I went to the Eastbourne People's Assembly to speak out in front of the ex-head of housing, Councillor Alan Shuttleworth and David Tutt. These people are the top people at the council. Alan Shuttleworth has since lied. They are all corrupt. They're in it for themselves. Hush, hush. Yeah, I haven't got any food. I didn't get out. Yeah, I'll go for a walk. Sorry, I'm a bit slow in reply. I'm on a different PC right now, working on a PC. I told you earlier to have some rest and go for a walk. I know, do some deep breathing. Yeah, it is a very toxic environment. I know. I should have gone out when Brian told me to, but isn't it just as well though? Look, you know, I said good things come out of bad. Where did I say that? Good things come out of bad. I said that when I was like 21, 22. So I've exposed these idiots and, you know, I'm doing this to the death, literally to the death. So anyone, any trolls, anybody, I'll expose them. I don't care. I don't care how small it is. If people are going to be nasty, if people are going to hinder me rather than help me or be fake, I'm wary of people who pray. What am I saying? No, I'm not. No, I'm not wary of people who pray for me. I'm just saying that this Caroline Stevens and this and a Worley, James Worley sort. Anyway, I'm not going to keep repeating it. Why? I'm not going to let them rent a headspace, all these nutters. But I would like to, Scott and Brian, I would like to speak to Dan about you. No offense, of course. I don't want you to think that, you know, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't want you to think that I don't trust you, by the way. I'm just feeling, Brian, when you said to, with all due respect, when you said to, in the comments section to that woman, excuse me, pardon me, Adore Pierre, Spirit, Faith, End Times, she was you know, when she was threatening me with legal action and all this rubbish, Brian, you said to her, you said to her, be careful what you say. Now, I'm sorry if I'm reading too much into this. I apologise if I do. I'm not well, clearly, but I don't know. I wasn't sure if you were defending her. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, I like that Scott is supporting me. Yeah. Can I just say though, Brian, it's just looked like you were defending someone who's threatened me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you said be careful what you say. You said to her. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, or I'm taking it out of context. I don't know. Oh, I need to go and maybe, but I'm here simply for you, Bryony, just like everyone else. Yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying there. I understand to an extent. But I've you know, while Scott and Brian, whilst you two have been arguing at times, I can't understand why you're like, I can't understand why you're arguing and not actually sort of listening to what I'm saying, in that I am calling out this woman who has threatened me and caused me further distress, and I helped her, didn't I? You saw the evidence. I've told you which live stream to look at, where she's saying she doesn't know who Dan is, and then you saw in the comments section she was saying, I do know who Dan is, I've been on police abusing powers, blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. And she's then gone and threatened me and shared okay, maybe I don't know, maybe there's something behind it, but it looked like her language, it's typed in the same style. I can't imagine that she's been cloned. There's just something not right about it. And there are people gaslighting me and lying, and they're pathetic. Yeah, Dan's right, you're right about that. But she deleted the comment under Dan's Sunday. I mean, look, Brian, you have to understand why I need you to defend me. I need to see that people are defending me against someone who was threatening me. There was a point when Angela said, yes, she's lying. Look, I'm sorry, Brian. Maybe, yeah, I need to just give this a rest though. I need to sort of time out. She says she helped me. She didn't help me. I could hardly bloody hear the woman. I had the laptop on my head. I spoke to her once in 2020, whenever it was. I don't know. I thought it was last year. I don't know, because I don't know, because I was being attacked by these nutcases. Isn't it funny how all of a sudden she can be heard quite well on YouTube, but she tried to contact me on Facebook and I couldn't hear. I had the laptop on my head. She said she's a targeted individual. I don't like people playing games with me. I could hear her very clearly on YouTube, very clearly. Sorry. What? What? Princess Angela, I noticed in Dan's chat, Brian, you said you were trying to say you were... Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying... Oh, God, see, I can't read properly because I'm not well. I haven't had much sleep. I noticed in Dan's chat, Brian, you said you were trying to say you were a better Christian and that you'd read 9 Bibles. Sorry, I thought you said that he'd said that about me. Oh, my head is hurting. If she was to threaten anyone, I would say that or something similar. Yeah, well, she was threatening me with some kind of legal action. I've got to go. I'm sorry. My head. My head. The bastards grind me down. Good for you. Yeah, I better go. Sorry, I ain't been arguing. I was attacked. I'm now doing what Dan said. I should just leave it now. I should just go. I've got to go. My head is hurting. It's okay, Bryony. I don't mind. I don't have hate for anyone. I think I got to go now because my head's hurting. Scumbag, soulless scum, dude. Yeah. Bless you. Bryony, remember your amazing achievement today. You were fucking fabulous. Thank you. Thank you, Princess Angela. Thank you. No, thank you for your support, though. If I hadn't looked at your comment, I would have hung up. No, I wouldn't. See, I'm not even thinking. I think she would have hung up on me. I don't hung up on people. I have to really lose it. I have to get to breaking point if I was to hang up on someone. I'm not rude. I've just had enough of nasty, unhelpful, rude people, and I've had to deal with. Do you know what? I think back to when I was at Guides and what my friend, what Gemma Jones said when I was 11 years old. And she said, I'm worried that people will take advantage of Bryony. Welcome to the story of my life. Thank you, Angela. I think you need to take a break. I really appreciate it. It would be good to speak to you, Princess Angela. Do you know what? I'm that messed up that for a moment I thought, oh gosh, please don't say it's Angela Power Disney pretending to be someone else. Hope they haven't taken my part of my Facebook name and then put Angela and put a different photo. It's enough to, it's satanic. It is. It's so what these people do, and they make you think, could it? I've got to go. You've really helped me, and I don't want to start thinking crazy thoughts that could be real, if you know what I mean, because of these nutters, saddos, trolls. I've got enough on my plate. I'm being attacked left, right, and centre by these demon-possessed nutcases, and I don't want to become physically ill because of them. So I'm going to say, yeah, thank you, Brian. I am going to say thank you so much now. I'm going to say I got to go. Otherwise, I'm going to pass out. And I'll say thank you so much for your support. I'm still feeling like I don't know what the hell is going on because I don't know where this is going to go. Maybe I'm overthinking, maybe I'm not. There are a lot of people, thousands of people suffering, but I just feel like I don't know anyone who's got circumstances like mine. It's ridiculous. No one should have to go through this. I want a life, dear God. The people that are attacking me and doing things to my live streams and not helping me. Oh, I've been awake since 4 a.m. Well, bloody do your job then. I'm running around like a headless chicken doing everyone else's job. I'm never going to do charity work. I did charity work while I was in the flat. I worked at the Christian, and I got a kidney infection. I couldn't physically eat, and I hid my pain. Now I'm speaking out. Now I'm telling the truth. I'm getting attacked for it. I'm going to hold this up for a few seconds before I end my live stream. And I'm going to say that is nothing compared, absolutely nothing compared to what they've been doing to me now. And I'm going to say, Shalom Yahweh, keep my hedge of protection, for no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and bless you all. And thank you. I would like to speak to Angela, Brian, Scott. It'd be good to hear, and Warrior Wales, to hear what you sound like. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Princess Angela. I'm going to think of your words to get me. I'm going to think of you. I really needed your moral support, because I worry too much about other people's feelings, and that's why I'm getting all this, gaslighting. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Bless you. Yeah. So, but it'd be good to hear what you sound like and all of that. Because I'm still thinking, hang on a minute, can I trust anyone? This woman kept asking me, have you contacted Tina? This horrible woman, and she's like Angela Power Disney now. So seriously, people, if you're going to support Adore Pierre thingamy, because I've texted Dan, I've left him a voice message to say, am I safe with anyone? Because I'm starting to feel I am trying not to have dark thoughts as it is, and I said, can I trust Tina? I've never even spoken to this lady before. That is how dangerous these games are. Why if this woman knows that I'm vulnerable, and let's say, for example, it was someone who has cloned her account, why would she then share a video of me in distress and mock me and say that I'm a loose cannon? She didn't help me. And that comment is typed in her style. The council haven't helped me. This is not help. Me being attacked. So I want to know who I can and can't trust in my live streams. Because anyway, I hope you understand, people. I've got to go. I'm sorry. I've got to do what Dan said and go. I'm not being rude. Dan said, you're not being rude if you leave. I've got to leave. I'm sorry. I've got to go.